Alright, getting started on the day. See, a few folks have already popped in. How are you guys doing today? Just gonna work on some profession things as I kind of figure out the plan for the day. Luckily, I think I got most of my running around profession stuff done this week. I only have a couple characters I think left I gotta do. So there's not too much busy work to do today. I'm open to do other stuff. This week has also probably been the best gold in at least like a month for me. I made like, I don't know, about 1.5 million over like Tuesday, I think. Hey, Slazer. No, it was definitely not Lariats. Almost everything I do is auction house specific. I definitely don't sit around town promoting Lariat. I can make the Lariat on a character, you know, and I can make it, but I don't sit around trying to push that out. That's not my style. No, my gold came from this week. It came from a lot of scales and the armor kits, the fierce armor kits, and things of that nature. Stuff like that, like it's not always profitable. If I catch it at the right time, it is profitable. It's kind of what I'm doing now. Is I'm taking a look at like Blue Silken Lining, seeing what the options are, seeing if it is profitable right now, and it's not. checking on my cooldowns, like my Azure Weave Cloth, which I still have only 3 out of 10. I'll wait until it's 10 out of 10, so nothing to do here on this character. I made the vast majority of my gold this expansion through leatherworking. Which actually, I'm going to go check. I did see that there was a lariat to be made for like 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold, I'll go do it, so let's go see if that's still available. Sorry if I sound weird or anything. It seems like I've caught in a cold, so my throat and stuff actually hurts pretty bad today. You got a cold too? No fun. Hey, look, now there's 3. Hey, that one's for 5,000. I'll do that. I wouldn't even think about that one. Yes, I will do that. It's like one of the most I've ever done for the lariat, to be honest. So, this new system, to where you only get 4 orders, I don't know when you get more orders back. I swear it's only giving you like 1 order that you can do every like 12 hours or something. So, I remember when I logged off last night, it said more orders would be available in 5 hours. Well, you know, obviously I slept for a little over 8 hours, and I'm getting on, and I only had 1 order available, and I just did it. So I can't even do these. Good morning, Prop Rich. How are you? So I assumed that we would get 4 orders per day with this upgraded system. However, I'm really only able to get in like 1 every like 8 hours or so. Which, and like instead of like getting 1 every 8 hours, it seems like every time I ever get on, I either have 0 or 1. You know, so I just did that one. Luckily, that's one of the better ones I've ever done, to be honest. I did that one, but can't do these. I think it needs to be adjusted again a little bit, is all I'm trying to say. Can't wait to play my warrior. Finally catching up a little bit. I was able to pick up tier 4, or like 4-piece this week, and I was able to get my weapon upgraded to 405, my 2-hander, because I spent on fish to rush Tuskar 30. That way I can get my heroic reward, which is one of those items that you can use to upgrade crafted gear. So I bought fish from like 18 up to 30 just so I can get this, and I can get my mounts too because they're cute and I wanted them. But I got that, and then I used that to boost my weapon up to 405. And I am excited because arms slaps right now. I enjoy it. I mean, yeah, there's more orders because like I can only cover like 1. I think they want you to actually have 4 per day, but it's not equaling out to that for me. Personally, anyway. In fairness, I've done way more public orders than I have personal orders because I'm jumping between characters and stuff. I don't have the ability to just sit in town and spam that I can do something. Every once in a while, I'll look over in Shade Chat and somebody's asking for something, and I'll be like, oh, hey, I can do that. But honestly, that's rare for me. And I always keep 2 zap throttles up for sale. I've been pushing that for quite some time, telling everybody to make yourself a zap throttle or 2 on your server. It's not exactly going to make you 1,000,000 gold, but it might over the course of an expansion. And you can get it, you know, you can not have an engineer and you can get that up and going, like, within like an hour, if not less. Exactly. And it's server dependent, right? So your situation is going to be different than others, but yes, there was one day there that I was selling like 6 to 8 a day, and that day was pretty insane. And then I went for about 5 days without selling one, and then in the last few days I've been selling at least a couple a day. So now I'm going to be doing some research here, taking a look at kind of where the prices are in the market. I don't really want to sell necessarily at like 7:30 in the morning, but if prices are good, I'll jump on it. There's been some pretty sick market manipulation on Fierce Armor Kits, like the whole damn expansion. Find it very frustrating. There's a couple people that are... Oh, it doesn't even show you the name. There's a couple people that are completely controlling this market. Some douche from Windrunner and some other douche from... His name's like Prospectus or something. Those dudes suck. Hate them very much. They have margins and stuff pushed low to where unless you can do like the hidden skill crafting like I am, like I can do it and I can compete with them usually, but the problem is they have the margins driven so low that you're not making very much gold to where it's not really worth it. So not just you have to be like super top tier to compete with them, but even if you can compete with them, there's not a lot of people who can, you're spending a huge amount of gold to make a very small amount. So they basically just control the market because nobody wants to deal with it. It's annoying. As their bolts are way up. Too bad I just made those like a day or so ago. I made like 60 of them because I have a couple characters that do it. But let's do some quick math. Can I compete with these guys today? So we're looking at 5.8. Easiest way is to go into simulation mode and mark these. So 5.3k for crafting costs. I can actually totally compete with them today. 5.3, we're looking at basically 500 gold difference. That's actually good enough. In case you folks have not seen the hidden skill crafting method, I might just do that right now. Yeah, let's do a small batch. Luckily, this craft sim data will actually do the math for us pretty well. But let's buy ourselves 200 T3 Stonecrest. T3 Resilience, and we need 500 Awakened Armors. That's really not too bad. That's what, the whopping 250, 260, like 265k, something like that. It's not exactly a lot. You have to use racial to be able to compete with this. The only race that works with leatherworking is Colteran. I unfortunately had to race change to Colteran to be able to do this and to be able to compete with the scales. I should have checked the other stuff before I came over here and crafted, but whatever. Let's just do this. Slap that bad boy down. I really firmly think that the inspiration tool is better than like the multi-craft tool. It's kind of what I've come to notice. I'm scared to use the multi-craft tool. I feel like I'm going to get gypped. Maybe I can do another run with the multi-craft tool. I'm gonna stick with the inspiration for this one. Alright, there we go. Now the other issue is with this is you have to do a lot because you are basically completely reliant on like what just happened there is multi-craft rocks. If you don't get them, you lose. And of course, I just had big multi-craft rocks on 2-star ones instead of... Wow, that's a pretty big run of non-3-star. That's going to hurt a lot. Unless I get real lucky, I'm probably going to go negative. We'll see. Oh, there's a good... There's a nice fat proc. That's helpful. This number up here in the corner is relatively accurate, by the way. As you can see how much it ping-pongs up and down. There's a certain point I could have stopped at like negative 20k, and then I've been as high as like plus 30. So it is very luck-based, it seems. RNG. Looks like I can get one more. So this is a good example. Now, I think that crafting session wasn't great. It's about average, actually. So I spent like 265k to potentially make like 10k back. Guess what? I'm going to lose that 10k in the auction house cut. So, because the luck wasn't there. And that's the thing, is they have the margins driven so low that that is exactly what happens. Besides leatherworking and prospecting, trying to think real quick. I haven't messed with anything outside those two. Those are the two that I know. Sit and sell these for a minute. Wow, Slazer, I like you. That's exactly what I say. I don't understand people that don't like respect their own time. I don't get it. Like, why are you pushing margins to nothing just to force out competition? Why are you okay with spending 100k to make like 1,000? Like, it's just, I just don't understand it. I'll never understand it. It's dumb. And that can go for a lot more than just like the game stuff, but real life in general. It's just very frustrating. And that's why I kind of think it's bots and stuff, or something to that effect, right? Maybe not exactly bots, but either way, it's very frustrating. I've looked at several things as well, prop, and I haven't exactly found anything. Doesn't mean it's not there. Inscription's probably the one I really want to check out. Maybe with like Vantis runes or something. The good news is with this one I can compete with these guys. Yeah, it's this jerk and the other jerk who I don't see on here. No, there he is, Prospectus, that guy. These guys suck. But usually if I sit here and I compete, what they end up doing is they'll come drop like 100 to 1,000 for like 100 gold less than what I can do. And they like force things to go negative so that people leave them alone. It is despicable. That's a thing that I've talked about before, but like that used to happen back prior to the region-wide auction house. That was a tactic that you could use. Like if somebody was being very, or multiple people were being very competitive with you, and if you had the gold and the ability, you could drive the market down and be happy with making a slight loss, and force them to make a slight loss, and force them to basically abandon whatever market that was. And it worked. It really did work. Eventually, they would not want to be losing money, so they would stop. You would raise the prices back up. You'd go about your business. And these people seem to want to do that exact same thing on a region level. Which, part of that makes sense, given the fact that because you're selling now on a region level, you're selling so much more. If you can control that, yeah, there's definitely some power there. But it's not the act that frustrates me. It's the fact that they are literally having to use a perfected build, perfected character that's literally the perfect race, everything to do it. I don't know. I don't really agree with like look, see, told you. I just told you. If you compete with them, they'll come and drop it. They'll drop it to a point where you start losing more and more money, and it's a matter of, do you want to compete with them or not? That's exactly what he just did. And this happens to me every time, to where I'll be like, oh man, I can make, 50K or something. Like, I'm just pulling out a number. And I'll go and I'll start selling, and I'll get about like maybe halfway through my stuff. They notice that they're not having all the sells, and they'll start lowering the price. And they lower it to a point where I start losing, and then I usually have to just be happy with whatever profit I did make. And they'll lose, and then throughout the day, they will raise the price, as long as they don't have competition. And we do it again. But the problem is, in order to make gold on this, it's completely based off of RNG. Between inspiration, hidden skill, and then in particular with these, you basically have to hit on multicraft. I hit, the chat log was covered, but I hit multicraft on like the 2-star ones like multiple times, and that kind of hurt me. Yeah, that's happened too. I'm a good friends with the whale that has reset the market, not on these, but like we'll done it on scales and stuff, to where if there's too much of what you're talking about, of people seemingly forcing it into the negative, and as long as it's not too expensive to kind of reset it. And that's actually one of the ways I made money that gold this week, is not me resetting or anything, but I'm actually just going to look, because this guy's already screwed me, as per usual. Earthshine scales. Somebody had reset the market on like the tier 3s this week. I don't know if any of you saw that, but they reset it, and they reset the market all the way to like 3,000. And I noticed it right when it happened, so I was like, well, I'm going to go make some real quick and just jump in here and see what will happen. I actually didn't have a whole lot of competition for like 30-40 minutes, and they were selling. And I made some pretty good gold off of Earthshine Scales T3 because somebody had reset the market. But then it always takes that one idiot who, again, another one of those things I'll never understand, who you see the market's been reset, and you come in there, and then you just drop it 1,500 gold because you're like, oh, I don't think these should sell at that rate. Let me just put 1,000 here at 1,500. like I don't get why people do that. It's very frustrating. It's like I couldn't keep up. Like it's not even like I was controlling the market. I was posting and selling, and I couldn't keep up. Like we were all, I felt, making gold at that time. But then they have to just come and like force lower it. Granted, when they force lower it, it's still good gold. Like that was still good gold. It's a domino effect. That person does it, and then it was like within an hour, it was a few hundred gold less than like normal. It like got all the way down to like 550 or something like that, like about where it is right now, within like an hour for whatever reason. I just don't know why people can't be happy with making gold. I think people aren't happy when they have to compete for gold. They don't want to compete. And don't get me wrong, I don't actually like competing for gold either. Because back when it was server specific, what I could do is I can set it and forget it, right? I can post what I wanted to sell, and I can go play the game. But now, because I'm dealing with everybody in the region, including probably some of you guys, right? Because I'm having to deal with everybody, my only option is to sit here and hump the auction house and force sales. I don't like playing that way. I don't know about you guys. I really don't like playing that way. I don't want to have to sit here and force myself to be on top just so I can make gold. I liked the old days of kind of posting and going and doing something for an hour, coming back, doing like a cancel scan, posting some stuff, coming back later. I liked that more because I didn't have to force it, I guess. And I feel with so much competition, I have to force it. I constantly have to force it. I don't like that. It's very degenerate, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Right, and that's kind of what I was bringing up with the Earthshine Scales T3, like on Tuesday. That was fun. That was fun because there was huge margins on those, and I couldn't even keep up, and they were selling out. It got to a low point where there was only like 50 on the market, and I'm like posting, and I can't even hardly keep it over 50. You know, like to where if there's anybody else posting with me, like we're just making good gold the whole time. Um, and obviously it takes time to buy and then go out and make more and come back. Same thing was happening. Like that was awesome. That was fun. And it wasn't even just me making gold. Granted, it doesn't have to be that good of gold. But I do know what you mean. When some of these margins, like take take the Fierce Armor Kits for example. You're talking I spent 265k to make like a little over 10k. Like, well, guess what? That little over 10k, that's all gone. That's all gone in the auction house cut. Right? The only gold I'm going to make is off of the resourcefulness procs I had. There's about like 6 or so thousand left in resourcefulness procs I put on the auction house. That's going to cover it. I'm going to come out with like a few extra thousand gold after spending 265. In what world is that okay or fun? But the dumb thing is, the dipshit lowered it another 200 gold per. Like from, because it was 5,799, so basically 5,800 down to 56. So that a few thousand gold I would have netted profit, I'm now going to lose. It shucks. I don't like it. My thing is, stuff like that, like, I can't get any better, right? I can technically gain a few points of resourcefulness by upgrading this to 5, which is really going to hardly make any difference. And I could technically go from a 4-star on this to a 5, and yes, that would net me a couple more multi-craft and a couple more inspiration. That does matter, and I do need to do that. But beyond that, you can't get better than my setup. I'm 100, I'm 102 because of Golterian, I'm using, 5-star weapons with, perfectly enchanted. Like, you can't do it better than I can. So why are the Martians so low? They don't have some magic way that they're making more gold than I am. Like, they're in the same predicament I am, so I don't understand why they have to force the auction house to these points. Anyway, I'll try to stop complaining about that. Alright, let's go actually take a look at this. So, we're looking at approximately 300, 600, 8, 9, maybe 950 for about 1100. I don't know if the margin's quite high enough. It's not too bad because those are pretty near. And I can always flip T2. No, this is doable because I can then flip T2 into Fang Adornments. Because Fang Adornments are profitable, so I could do that. I just don't know if I want to go through the effort of forcing T3 Earthshines into extra resources into Fang Adornments at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It is doable right now, though. If this was later at night, I probably would. Stonecrest can sometimes be really good too. It's really up to that dense hide price. Actually, it's not too bad right now. Still not worth. Beard in. Unless they bought the materials cheaper, then you sell it another time. Yeah. I don't like... So, okay, let's talk about that. You just opened Pandora's box for me. You hear that all the time, where people talk about, well, you gotta buy your mess cheaper, maybe buy it on the weekends, buy it at this time where you can craft it cheaper and sell it at a higher price. I don't see that being reasonable in a region-wide state. You're taking a guess. How many times have we already seen that, like, whether it's, like, I don't know, Awakened Fire, or pick any Awakened Air, Awakened something, Dense Hide, whatever, to where maybe you think something will go up in price and then it goes down, or vice versa. I don't like banking on a chance of something happening, because you just don't know which direction the price of some of these things are going to go. Sure, you can take an educated guess, but I don't like playing the game that way. I wouldn't do that in real life. I wouldn't go out and invest in something at a chance that I thought it was going to go up. I don't know. I'd make a little bit more informed decisions, I guess. I don't know. I don't like the idea of trying to snipe materials at a certain price through the week and then selling them at a higher price later. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not a fun way to make gold. I just totally agree that it's completely gambling. Yes, exactly. And there's probably a lot, lots of time people lose those gambles. Exactly. Sure. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we're on the same page. Yes, there is some people winning doing that, but like that's the way I view it as well. It's completely gambling, and I don't want to do that. My personal method and playstyle is based off of looking at the market right this moment. What can I make gold doing right this moment? Because that's the only thing I can control. And I can't even control that. How many times have you gone to craft something, you come over to the auction house and you start posting and the price gets dropped, and then you're like, crap, that was good gold, now it's not. Or now it goes negative. I mean, it happens to me seemingly often on like Fierce Armor kits. Like that happens. And that's why I approach it that way. There's just so many people in the region wide that I choose to approach gold making that way. I have to look in the moment, in the now. Such as I've had different things brought to my attention that I could use potentially for gold making and monitoring the market, and for like trying to project things that are going to happen. And to me, a lot of that stuff isn't worth using, because the snapshots aren't worth it to me. I can't look at a snapshot in a market over like a 30-minute period and like, I need to look at the market now. The only way that I feel is worthwhile making gold is literally physically checking the prices yourself. Or, you know, to dumb it down, I guess, something like Stonecrest Hide, you know, I click search. You know, I let it search, and then if I, you know, click on and off, you know, CraftSim updates it for the exact prices this moment. Things of that nature. Like, I need snapshots in the moment. I can't use, like, snapshots over a longer period of time. And that's one of the issues with, like, TSM and other, like, online tools. Kind of got off topic there, but yeah. Literal stock market analysis. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, sir. But I mean, that's the only way I feel safe, right? That's the only way I feel like I can make a smart decision. I've only like bought materials a couple times this expansion in preparations of them going up, and I've missed big both times. So, and by big I mean like 1,000,000 gold worth, right? Like, and to me, and I think to most people, that's a lot. So yeah. It's kind of like my it's kind it's kind of like my gambling picks for the NFL games this last weekend. I was wrong on both. I was wrong on both, man. You can't just, even if you're well informed, even if you have a really good idea of something, taking literally gambling can get you in trouble. I thought the Seahawks would cover. I really did. They didn't. I thought the Bills would cover. Some people can also maintain the market prices for reagents if they want to. Yeah, that happens too. That does happen. I can tell you what, though, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to come back and sell these later and just take the loss. That's what's gonna have to happen. I'm just gonna post these and move on, because this isn't working right now. We're just gonna do that and walk away. Nobody wants to sit here and look at my auction house open all day. What characters do I have left? I'm trying to think to myself what I have and haven't done. I think I have my... Let's check this out. I think I have alchemy to work on. Granted, alchemy hasn't made any money. It's like mini professions, right? I think most of us have fallen into certain professions doing really well for us, and everything else is just not worth. Why'd that 1 point get taken out? That's kind of weird. Alright. Is this character even worth working on? That's the question. I know I was 100. I knew I didn't have any good tools. I was working towards potion production on this. Well, that's finalized. What else was I doing? Alright. God, I haven't been on a Rogan forever. So anyway, what are you folks working on today? I have a few profession things to do on like alts like this that I don't play that are like really far behind on whatever they're working on. Just cause I do think it's important to keep up with stuff. But other than that, I have a bunch of Mythic Plus and stuff I gotta get done. I haven't done like any Mythic Plus this week. Oh. Even the transmutes like aren't even hardly worth gold now. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't do any rare farming or anything. I don't even do, what's it called? Renown. Too mind-numbing for me. Don't you hate that they allowed a catch-up mechanic for the Spark, but didn't make it apply to, like, alts that have already started the quest chain? That is really stupid, because I have everything max, and they've all started the quest chain, and that means I have to go through the whole process on all of them. God, I forgot even how to play this damn thing. This will take me a minute. Right? Feels that way. I really think they're going to change it. I also think they should change it. It's a bit ridiculous. Because, yeah, I'm punished pretty hard just because I played things quickly. Thanks, Neek. What's up, dude? Nice. I haven't really made very many videos recently. That's something I also want to talk about. I'm struggling coming up with video ideas, like massively, as you've probably noticed. I'm not somebody who's gonna make you some shitty video about buying white items from a vendor. That's not me. That's not what I do. So I've been having a hard time coming up with things that people would actually want to check out or see what I could offer in terms of video content. So if y'all have any ideas, please. Anyway, what are you guys saying? I know, right? Like, you have to go into the dungeon to do I agree. At least you can just jump in there on heroic and blast it. Like, that's what I did on my main. It's the only one that's gotten through it. I just went on there and tanked it and wrecked it real quick. Oh, you're doing wad garrison stuff? I mean, there probably is. I am not the person to go to if you want to do old content. I'm this way in gaming in general. I have a real hard time not playing and doing the content that everybody else is doing, I guess. Let me give you an example. Take a new Call of Duty or something. Like, I'll never be able to just play an old Call of Duty. If there's a new one out, that's the one I have to play. Look at, like, Battlefield, you know. A lot of people go back and play the older Battlefields and stuff like that. And I can't do that. I have to play whatever's new. So if it's crap, then I'm screwed. Like, it's just... And I'm even the same way on here. Like, I do not do old world stuff, really. I want to be out in Dragonflight with everybody. Don't know if that makes sense. Oh... Pop me. Did I make you mini vomit? with what? What did I say? Was it Call of Duty that made you mini vomit? You can't play old content even if it's new to you. Yep. Which, by the way, that's one of my issues with Final Fantasy. I think Final Fantasy is awesome, but having to go through all the old storyline that I haven't caught up on, and I'm like forced through playing it, and instead of being at the point where everybody else, I don't know. It's just I have a hard time with it. I can do it for a little bit, but it really gets at me. It gets to the point where I just can't anymore. I'm weak, but I can't do it, guys. But that's definitely a good example, too. Alright, I'm not alone on that? Well, that's good. What else did you say? Why would I transition... No, how would I transition an all-army into Dragonflight? It's kind of a loaded question. I mean, there was some good alt stuff there for a long time that I thought could be done, such as, well, they're shit now, it seems, but like such as transmutes for alchemy, or the like Azure Weave or Chrono Weave bolts, specifically Azure Weave bolts. Like, there's things of that nature that are on like daily or weekly cooldowns that people have definitely made a lot of gold on alts, but with the nature of crafting in Dragonflight, margins and stuff are pushed so low, and it will continue to be, by the way, as more and more people can like do it to its maximum, that, oof, it's hard to give you a good suggestion, because like what somebody else, and I can think of a couple content creators that would, what they would say, but to somebody else what's worth their time might not be worth mine, or vice versa. So those are the two things I can think of that I'm like, yeah, technically you can have a pretty set thing of like, oh, I'm going to log in every Tuesday and do this on all the characters. I'll log in every Thursday and do this or whatever. My cooldowns will be back up, and I'll make my gold that way. to where there's not as much thought, I guess, put into it. But if you're looking for a mission table or something to that effect, it just doesn't exist. There's not a lot of big casual gold making opportunities, in my opinion. Somebody can correct me if you think otherwise. No, I would not put doing the stupid flying missions as casual gold making. The ones I'm talking about are, yeah, the Dragon Riding Racing for a pack of 500 gold, and there's like multiple of them up all the time. No. Just no. Alright, that's done. What else did I need? Just that, and I need to pick up some treasures. I don't know how much I'm actually going to do on this. We'll see. How would I transition an old army? I mean, that's kind of what my army is, right? I transitioned to it at the start right away. That's why I had everything leveled within the first 2 weeks, is I was pushing everything to have the ability to do my profession quests and keep up on them and, you know, make the gold for whatever profession happened to be working for me. I mean, that's what mine is. It is an alt army. I don't play them all. I only play a couple of them. Good question, Pop. Great question, actually. So, if anybody's familiar, which you might not be, because I'm not exactly, you know, some big YouTuber or anything. But back in Shadowlands, I made a series called First 60 First Server, where at that time I started a completely fresh character, you know, with a boost, and with that boost, you start with like 5,000 gold or whatever the case may be, and oopsies, God, and I took that character and I decided, all right, you're gonna only have 5,000 gold. I'm gonna make 1,000,000 gold. How would I start with nothing and make gold? And it was a fun series, and I did that, and I made, like, I don't know, probably close to 2,000,000 gold even on that character within like a month and a half, you know? And that's when, after the big changes where it was pretty hard to make gold even. And I was thinking about doing something similar to that, of like starting on a server with basically a fresh 60 tune and being like, cool, we're here, it's on a server, we're late to the expansion, you know, I want to craft and I want to make gold. What do I do? You know, where do I start? And I was thinking about doing that again, but I have a couple issues with doing it. One, holy crap, is that going to be time consuming? And because there is a lot of work, unfortunately, that has to get done to be able to do it. Secondly, at this point, people are so far behind in skill points with no catch-up mechanic whatsoever, to where my ability to make gold would be very low for a long time. I would have to rely on other outworld, you know, farms to get me going. I would have to hope and pray a good drop happens, like one of the good feasts or whatever it is from, you know, from the fishing thing, or not fishing thing, but from the cooking thing. That would have potential. It would be, it's doable. Don't get me wrong, it is doable, and I could show that it's doable, but it would be a headache. Yeah. Now, And that's what, like, if you would have asked me that a month ago, I'd have been like, cool, take those alts, go, like, get, you know, the thread up and running. Not the thread, but, like, the Azure Weave bolts, or, you know, transfuse or something like that. Just get that up and running. That can generate you some gold here and there, once or twice a week. You know, you can do that. But that's also drying up a lot as well. And that's where, like, even that suggestion's a bit hard too. It has been on the back of my mind, though, thinking about how I could do a series like that and show it off. But what it comes down to is, like, I'm actually having I mean, this is kind of a fault of all the systems, but I'm having to work really hard to make gold. You know, I don't know how other people feel about my gold, if I've made a lot or not, but, like, I'm having to work pretty hard doing it. Putting in a lot of time. You know, basically all my extra time. And that's what worries me about starting something fresh like that. It's like, if I'm going to have to put in that much time on that character, and that pulls me away from making gold, like, on my main server. It's all good. Let's go for the decaying enemies one. See if I can't get that. It's over here, right? I think anyway. Oh, I can't get to Tuskar tackle boxes on this. Can those drop the... I didn't know Tuskar tackle boxes are good. I just unlocked that yesterday. Oh, I definitely went the wrong area. Is it up here? I think. I confused myself. Where the hell am I? No, it's over here. It's before the river. I think. Or is this just the Knoll camp? Nope, this is the other one. I got myself really confused. I know where I'm at now. Take that back. Where the hell am I looking for? Is that camp? Why am I being dumb? I'm looking for... You know, there's that questing area that was over here. I could have sworn, like, you went over the river, you talked to the people, you went to the next, like, wooded area. It was the area where you have to help him, like... God, what the hell did you have to do? You have to ride on the thing, blow stuff up. But right outside that area, there's a bunch of... phlegm dudes. I don't know why I'm, like, completely lost. Because this is the camp with the gnolls. It's another camp that has a mix of gnolls and those treants. Isn't it, like, right here? Like, what am I missing? Also can we go to other mains. 5 tunes. Not exactly an all army, but it's hard to do the... Yeah, right? It's hard to do on all of them. I know, I have 13, and it's very difficult to do it on all of them. And I very much wish I was earlier to engineering. Holy crap. Engineering was not great early, but If I would have kept up on that and had more than one toon doing it, definitely could have made good gold with engineering. Yeah. Which direction did you go with engineering? There's a couple things I wanted to do there on engineering, and I just haven't been able to. And I am freaking lost, and I don't know why, and it's making me very frustrated. Wait, it's down here, isn't it? Isn't it? Here's that big area. That's not what I want. I want this. There we go. Holy crap, I found it finally. Blind as a bat. Multi-craft making what? Let's see. Have you tried the Shadowlands Legendary Armor Market? No, I have definitely not. Nope, I will not be doing anything like that. If you want that market, go for it. You can have it. I will not compete with you on that. In fact, the characters that could make legendaries, I think I changed their professions. Sure, there probably is a market for that somewhere. That's usually, like, I would hunt down weird stuff like that, or things that are not, like, fresh content, I guess. That's the kind of thing I would do, like, near the end of an expansion or something. If I'm ever gonna dabble in it. Oh, really? Interesting. I don't know if these other guys can drop it. I know the trees can. Yeah, I really don't know if these guys can drop it or not. Man, I just wanted to drop. Drop my decaying flame so I can move on with my life. That's what you gave on that drop? Yeah. I'll give it a few minutes. Honestly, this is an alt that I can't even make gold on anyway, so I'd like to keep up, but if it's not going to be nice to me and drop, then yeah, I will bag it as well. Hey, there it is. Look at that. You just had to complain about it. And I am too lazy to go figure out what to get for those, so I think I'm done. I doubt seriously I can make any gold for alchemy right now anyway. Are you doing any Mythic Plus or anything? Alright. Done enough for me. Alright. I got the Druid's done. I know that's done. I know that's done. I know that's done. That's done. Gotta check. I think I'm ready for folks to get on so I can do some mythics. Oh, this character hasn't done shit. Alright, cool. I don't see a quest for it, so I think I'm good. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I want to check out. I want to see. Can you get in the tackle boxes? Can you get like the things for like enchanting and stuff like that? Or is it like just fish and stuff? Because if it's just fish and stuff, I might have to tell it to like not pop up. Wonder if that's worth farming. Probably not. Looks like I probably need to tell the add-on to stop telling me about tackle boxes. So let's do that. Options, add-ons, Silver Dragon. Man, I want to just turn off. I don't want to know about tackle boxes. I wouldn't even know where that's at. I wonder if that's a functionality. It should be, because I don't want to sell the tackle boxes now. I don't know. And I can't get in there. Sick. Right.
These beasts are fierce and territorial. Show your strength and cut them down.
Really want to gear my distro. I think distro feels really good. It's faster than it used to be. It's also incredibly easy. I really want the tackle boxes to not show up. Anybody uses Silver Dragon and can help me with that? I'd be sick. That's gonna be annoying. Aw, rip. Have you used a contract? Use a contract and do world quests, or have you capped that? You can get a contract for the consortium and then do world quests, and they'll give you 15 rep per if you buy a T3 contract for them. Oh, the Argali. Okay, cool. That's easy. Oh, you just finished them all? Well, then no, you're screwed. You gotta wait till next reset. That's the only two ways, unfortunately. Is doing your normal set of quests, like your profession quests, and then if those are done, you can do all the world quests with the contract, and that's it. So, rip. Pretty much. I think sometimes, like, PvP world quests show up at different times, though. Like, you might be able to do something like that. What is there? And where? There it is. Alright, that's done. Thought about doing the time walking stuff on my hunter just for a small chance at getting the good bow, the raid bow. But I just know that chance is so small, and my name's not Tim the Tap Man, so you know, it's not gonna happen. I know it can't happen unless you take the chance at it, but still. I don't have luck like that. Part of me wants to, but ugh. Huh. That's an upgrade for this character. Let's go do it, because I can.
The Nokud are unwavering in their combat prowess. Disrupt their training and eliminate their forces. Buy us precious time to retaliate against them.
Okay. See if I can make this before I die. Ooh! Just popped it before I died. That's good.
Your distraction is invaluable.
Do I feel like big content creators get better luck? Oh, that's a good question.
Weaken their forces, they will not falter.
No, I don't. And I don't because I feel that, in general, big content creators just play so damn much that, let me refer it to, I think, like, I'm a big Path of Exile person as well. Love theory crafting in that game. Love making builds and pushing them and everything else. And maybe not for the last like 6 months, but regardless, that's a game that I'd get complained at a lot about. You know, currency and stuff I'd be able to come up with comparative to somebody else. And it's like, well, when it's all you do and you're playing the absolute crap out of it, eventually luck works out for you. Eventually, you know. And I kind of look at it in the same vein that most people who do stuff like that are playing so hard that eventually they'll get it. You know, like the number one, I guess, drop that you can get in like Path of Exile is the Mirror of Calandra. And no, I have not gotten one, by the way. But in essence, it's like, yeah, if you just keep playing, eventually it'll happen, right? There comes a point that eventually it'll happen. It's the same kind of thing. Most people that have super luck, it's really just their consistency rather than luck, I guess. Now, Tim the Tatman or somebody might be a different situation because it's not like he mains this game or anything. That is lucky. Can't deny that. That is lucky. Very lucky. Oh, shit. Where am I? I'm in a hole. Ah, crap. What'd I do? Oh, there we go. I figured it out. Yeah, like that one was luck. Lots and lots of luck. Oh, you have to go to the Nakudi enemies. I always forget these over here. Oh, well, I guess I will be fighting this guy. No. Let me cast. Hey, look, like first kill. That's the way I like it. I also feel like I have some of the worst luck of anybody to ever play this damn game. I have over 330 kills of stupid for Ashes of Alar on Kel'Thas. Yet to get that mount. I've never gotten a good rare mount that I've wanted, ever. Doesn't matter how much effort. I'm putting effort into that on and off for absolutely for a fucking decade. Even though every time I talk about it, it makes me like get that like, well, maybe now, maybe this is the week. Let me get like all 50 characters in my account. Let's just do it on all of them. Mind-numbing. I need null enemies. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not the only one who's had bad luck. I put it in the same vein as, like, think of, like, going to the casino or something, you know? And you go to this casino and you just lose constantly. 2 months, you just go in there, even if you're spending $20 a week or something, you go in there and you just lose, you lose. Eventually, you just stop going. Because it's like, they're not even throwing you a bone at that point. You're just losing constantly. guess that's kind of how I feel about it. It's just I've spent so much time losing that it's like it's just that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose. The key to winning at the casino is to own the casino. You know what I mean, though. Like, that's how they get you. That's how they get you in a lot of games, even. Is they just let you win small, right? If they make you feel good, right? They make you feel good by giving you small victories. They make you want to come back for more and try for bigger victories, right? And that's what I want. I want that. I want that small victory. I haven't had it like ever. Not of the things I really want, anyway. You know, like I might be willing to spend more time and go farm more mounts if one I wanted actually would drop for me. I'm like, ooh, cool, let's get another one now. But it's not the case. Hey. Gambling is taxes for people who are bad at math. I don't think I've ever heard that phrase. I like that. Yeah, it's funny. I've always wanted to take a shot at like sports gambling, but I'm a big sport junkie, so specifically like football, baseball. But even then, I know I would still be wrong a lot. You know, I mean that's because they're really good at it, right? Like usually it's somewhere around 50%. All right, let's get this one to drop. I like killing these for the elemental thing. For some reason, I feel like they have like a higher drop rate or something. I don't know why. Any picks for the games this weekend? Let's talk some football. Speaking of football, I found out that my daughter has her first ever crush. Or at least first ever boy she thinks is cute. And and by the way, she's 7. It just so happens to be that that's Joe Burrow of the Bengals. I thought it was funny. But now I'm like, ah, crap, here we go. In fairness to her, he kind of does look like a little boy. Just drop it, you jerks. No picks for the games this weekend, though, guys? Come on now. I'm actually pretty excited for the KC Cincy game. Growing up, my friend had a crush on Pedro Guerrero of the Dodgers. Okay. When I was 12, went to a game and she was yelling, "I love you!" You could see the guys raising him. It was hilarious. That's funny. You know, okay, that brought me up a funny thing. So, I remember growing up, my grandma, and you know, at the time my grandma was probably close to 80, over at my mom's house, and I was watching a Atlanta Braves game, and you know, I'm watching the game and everything, and then my grandma was like getting all weird. She's like, "Ooh, who's that? You know, he's cute." And I'm like, "Grandma, like, what's your problem? You know, like," and she was like, "Oh, he has a really nice butt." And the thing is, my grandma is about as old-fashioned as old-fashioned gets. So even just anything like that was like, "Oh man, grandma's hot and heavy. Like, what's going on, grandma? This is not her." But it was Andres Galarraga. Was up at the plate, if anybody knows who that is, and yeah, for some reason, his ass literally stuck out to her. She was like, "Damn, look at that!" And that's when he was like 40 something too. Like that's when he was pretty old in the league at that time as well. I don't know, maybe late 30s, something like that. But anyway, I don't know. That made me think of that, because I always remember the one time my grandma had the hots for a baseball player. I said these would drop easy, and now it's not. Right? God, how old was I at the time? I don't know, 12 maybe? Something like that. That was a long time ago. Ah, it just doesn't want to drop. It's pissed me off. There it is. Cool. Let's get the hell out of here. This character's kind of gypped because this is the character that I went with the. I did this stuff for the disenchanting early in the expansion, so it's all maxed just because I felt like it. So that's all maxed, and it is very behind making gold for sure. Just kind of putting points in because I can, at least on in the enchanting side of it. It's been making gold with alchemy with tailoring this whole time though. Have weaving maxed, have resourcefulness and inspiration and all that stuff maxed for just pumping out cloth each week. That's pretty much all it does. The changes to crafting orders, it does make me want to come over here and look every once in a while, because every once in a while there's actually something worth making. I had the belt or something, right? I wonder if that's on the auction house. What is it called? Infurious, right? Let's go. Wow, they're all like super cheap. Hell yeah, I will learn that for 129 gold. But I already had learned that. Doesn't say I have though. Alright, let's see that's still over there. Why, it sure is. Yay, skill point. Snagging one more order like that would be really nice. Alright. This character is complete for the moment, I think. Oh, I almost clicked on exit game. Do y'all hate that when you hit escape to go to like change characters and you hit exit game instead of log out? That was close. Let's go see if I can sell any of that stuff I made earlier for a loss. Or see if the market's changed. Probably not. Definitely not. Looks like I'll have to remake all my combatant gear too.
Come see me again.
Which I think I have enough for. Even cheaper. Dinside is something I might consider buying out here come Monday. I have a feeling it's going to go up on price on Tuesday again.
Thank you for sharing.
I think if I risked it on anything, that's what I would buy. I go through a lot of it. I have a lot of Mythic Plus to do over the next couple days. Good news is it looks like I've caught up finally on my profession stuff. Only took me till Saturday. And now, all I really need to do is jump into Mythics and make sure I'm keeping an eye on the market in case there is good gold to be made. It's kind of the point where I'm at this week anyway. Just gotta wait for folks to be on later so I can run some stuff. I don't know what you all are meaning, but my current is, you know, I've been prot for our Mythic Plus group and stuff, and it's okay. I do like prot, but I think I'd prefer to play arms. I wanted to play arms coming into the expansion, it just wasn't strong enough. But with the buffs and the changes, and it feels really good now, and it's just strong, that's really what I want to play at the moment. And then I think my second legitly might be Destrolog, which is definitely behind in gear for sure. But I like it. I like Destro a lot, actually. I just need to catch up and get my get my 4-piece and stuff like that. I was doing Evoker or Enhancement, which are both okay, but I don't know. I like the feeling of Destro, and I definitely like the feeling of my Warrior. Yeah, Holy Pally's okay right now. They're not exactly in an insane spot, though. My buddy plays Holy Pally, and he's kind of down on it. He'd prefer to play Prot. He's sticking with his Resto Druid and his Preservation Evoker. Which, if you haven't tried Preservation Evoker, you might enjoy that. That looks like it's actually legitly pretty damn good. Why haven't you gotten to Mythic Plus yet? You don't have to be that high to get into it. Get into like 350 range and you're good to go. At least into like Mythic 2. I would at least get like a Mythic 2 or something in every week just to get some gear out of the vault. I've never been into Mythic Plus ever. This is the first time I've ever done it, actually. I've always been a casual player, Goldmaker slash PvPer, and this time around I wanted to give Mythic Plus a try, and I actually really like it. Oh yeah, 378, you're more than good enough. Like raid progression? I'm not a raider, and I never will. That's not my style. Too time intensive. I could actually totally get down with progress, though. That's something me and my group need to work on. They get too frustrated. I mean, I do too sometimes. Everybody gets too frustrated with deaths or mistakes or things not going exactly the way that you would want. And I think progression's kind of fun. Mostly because it feels good when you finally do accomplish it, right? Like that's the akin to like, I don't know, Elden Ring or something, right? You know, or a Dark Souls game. You hit your head on the door, you get your butt kicked and butt kicked and butt kicked, but when you eventually get it and you eventually do it right, and you eventually overcome it, that feels real good. And then it feels even better once you get your butt kicked on it enough, and then you start whooping its butt as if it never existed. Then that feels even better. You're like, wow, why was this so hard for so long? Or like Monster Hunter. That's another game I can think of that's that way. You know, God, I remember when New World and stuff came out, and God, I love that game so much. And just playing through that and just how hard it was early, being a fairly new to the genre, and then eventually breaking through and getting better and learning how to play better and everything else, learning the monsters, learning the moveset, understanding fights, then it's not so much of an issue. Feels good when you get to that point. A lot of people don't like that kind of effort in gaming anymore. I could like it with the right group of people. I don't know, I'm assuming you guys have all seen it. You know, you watch a stream of maybe progression. Most of the time they're laughing and having a good time, and you know the focus is there. There is some competitiveness and everything. Obviously, you know I'm not necessarily talking about the races, but just like when general progression, like people are usually having fun doing that. You gotta have the right mindset. Called into work. See ya, Pop. You got called into work last time. I swear to you, it's not my stream though. It's not my fault. In fact, if you didn't watch me, you would have got called into work earlier. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, for sure. You know, like we have one person in our group who I don't know if he's in chat right now. He knows who he is. He's not the best, but he's fun to hang out with. He's a great guy, and he makes tons of goddamn mistakes, and doesn't pay attention to a lot of little things. We give him a hard time for it, but he learns and he gets better, and he stops doing stupid shit, and it's all good. You know, like we all have people like that. We all have people that stand in the fire. You know, we all have people that should be doing better DPS and just don't. You know, who obviously need to spend some more time on a training dummy. You know, it's an MMO, man. It's about the people you're playing with. that's my perspective.
I'm just calling to say
Go in wisdom.
Alright. Didn't look like there was anything worth crafting on this right now. I'll double check again. I mean, there's small things, but man, 9:30 in the Saturday morning, not my favorite time to craft. I very much prefer to wait till the meat and potatoes of the day, you know? Wait until that prime time-esque is when I prefer to be making stuff. Those rose in price, didn't they? I think we're resetting a market, boys. Look at this. Yep. Not even thinking about it. Let's go.
We have been scattered. My wares were made with knowledge.
Come on. Let this happen. Stop it. Why are people doing this? Just post at the higher price. Let this happen. Please.
Go in wisdom.
I don't really have enough to be a goblin, but I will try.
We will not repeat our history.
Oh my god. Why won't people just let this happen? Let the market reset. Put it at this price. Make gold. Why? 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 Stop it! Just make gold and be happy with it. This guy's gonna keep undercutting himself by a gold. Like, what is he doing? God, people in Area 52 are fucking dumb. Like, why? Stop it! Why are you slowly driving down the price? Knock it off. You undercutting for gold isn't like somehow making you more gold. See? Look, yours got bought out and some of mine did. So knock it off. People realize that you don't have to undercut to get yours on top, right? You can post at the same price and yours get bought first. I want to go yell at that guy. Someone go yell at that guy for me. Tea Cafe on Area 52. Needs to stop undercutting Bank Gold and just post at the same dang price. His will go on top of mine. Or whoever else is posting. He's gonna slowly drive it. We canceled his though. He doesn't have that many. Oh, but he's back. Oh my god. I hate this guy. He's giving me an anxiety. I just want to go over there and say, stop undercutting by gold, you POS. Post it at the same price. If we all posted here, we'd all be making this, because if anybody wanted it, they'd have to buy it. And it is reasonable, because I've made gold at that price. Ooh, he undercut by like 25 silver. Ooh. He's on Alliance. Explains a lot. And I'm saying that as an alliance, but it explains a lot. How much gold did I spend? I didn't spend that much, to be honest. At these prices, though, it'll be worth me going to do a batch. I'm still tempted to just buy everything up to that point. And thing is, anything that he sold and anything I've sold, we all could have been selling at this price. We all could have been selling here. All of these. We'd all been doubling to tripling our money that we're making. Instead, we had to put it at a lower price because we thought that this price wouldn't sell. And in fact, it does. Because if you need the item, you need the item. And it doesn't matter. And yes, it's overly priced, but they still pay it. So. Grumble, grumble. But yeah, if you guys ever see something like that, I mean, that was like 150K to reset a market. Like, you do that in a heartbeat. You don't think about it. You do it. Yeah. There we go. Now we got some more people getting in here. As expected. Nope, I'm gonna drop mine 50 silver because 10 silver because it'll make it look more attractive to buyers. Nope, actually, sir, you could just leave it where it was at. It will still sell. Did they? I haven't looked. Like, what is he doing? Lowering it by 49 silver, lowering it by 10, lowering it by 5, lowering it by 5. Don't want to cancel all these. I just want to cancel a little bit.
Thank you for sharing.
Hey, Zinka, excuse me. No, a lot of people really don't know how the auction house works.
Do you seek knowledge?
I'm gonna force some of this out since I have so many of it. Get the cells, and then I will definitely be making some more because I can force T3s and make a pretty sizable profit by sticking with this right now. much. That's the problem, is like later in the day this stuff sells pretty quick. This early it's gonna be a little bit hard. A lot of babysitting in the auction house. Of course I have all my cells being covered. Can I put just my auction house sales on my own, in like its own chat window? Is that a thing? Anybody know? Because then I'd move it up so you guys can actually see. Because I just, you know, thinking about it, I'm like, wait, you guys can't even see when I'm actually making sales. It just looks like I'm posting more if somebody posts over me. If the, like, the amount changes. And then, obviously, if I see... My peripheral vision picks up if I've made a sell or not. I don't usually use sounds because they bother me. But if I make a sell, then I obviously post. I wonder how many of these I need to sell to get my at least profit back. 9. Do you real life walk? See you, Aaron. Have a good day. I'll be around for a few more hours at least. think we might have already made profit by flipping it, by the way. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly what I was at. Gotta be close, though. What would max be? Oh, yeah. We're doing good. Since I didn't make these all myself, I kind of need to force them out the door now. As many as I can. Once I sell a little bit more of these and make my profit back, like make my money back at the minimum after resetting the market, I'm gonna diversify what I'm selling right now a little bit. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah. We're doing alright, aren't we? Well, we sold most of them. Definitely already made profit. So that's all good. I'm still going to squeeze out what I can from what we purchased. I'll leave 20 of those there.
Come see me again. My wares were made with knowledge.
Actually, what I'll do is, as I'm gonna buy to make more, I think. But with these prices, it'll be easy to force tier 3. So let's buy 200 of those. Oh, more sold. Let's go ahead and do that. Research. I still have 16 of these in my bag. Cool. So let's buy 84 of those and 100 of those. Let's repost and repost. Search up the armaments. So those should be profit too. I need like 3,000 maybe, and then should have enough, should have enough. Looks like I need a little bit of rock fang. Not much, and then the rest is good. Yes, we're good. Guess I'll double check on Stonecrest. No. Well. It's about 1,500 for about almost 18. Eh. Looks like it's doable normally though, yeah. Definitely profit normally. Don't think I want to do that though. Nope, I think I'm good. Let's just force a few more of these out the door. And then we'll go craft and go from there. Actually, let's not worry about a reset. Let's just gather goods. Let's go craft some more and have some more stock to work with. And go from there. Get a little bit of fangs with the extra crap since those are profit. Alright. Earthshine, inspiration. Put this baby up here. Let's reset the data and go ham. And the 2-star ones that I get that are not profit just get flipped into Fangadorments for profit, so. Well, potentially for profit, I guess. So I'm going to reset the market on this too, huh? It's the thing you got to watch out for. People reset markets, and that's when you can make good gold. Actually happens a lot more in the region than I would expect it. I don't know who the hell reset this to 5K, but that's kind of awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard. Somebody's doing the same thing I am. It's gonna be really hard to get ahead of them. I don't have enough resources. However, those are good prices, so.
Thank you for sharing. Do you seek knowledge? Our flight has much to offer.
Nice. Got another Fingerdorm as a cell. Good. Seriously, do you enjoy the undercutting game? No, I don't. Not at all. No, I enjoy the old days of posting it and moving on with your life because you didn't have to worry about an entire region to fight with for sales. You only had to fight with your server, so you didn't have to cancel scan or refresh and stuff constantly. So no, I hate it. And it's like, well, you don't have to. You could probably post and set it and forget it. It's like, yeah, I have some items that I can do that for, and those get sent to my bank vault. You know, that one only like cancels scans like once or twice a day because it just, you know, not something that's needed. I'm talking about selling, I don't know, like a transmog or something. But in a situation like this, where there's so many people that can make it, there's so many people posting, there's so many people selling, yeah, if you want your stuff to sell, you have to sit here like this, and it sucks. Like, it sucks. And then you have people like this, it's like, oh, I can't get a sell, so I'm just going to drop the price, which is nothing, because then everybody just posts at that price. Like, you're not, you posting at 50 gold less, or this, like this guy 200 something gold less, like, you're not doing anything, you're hurting everybody's gold. What's the point in that? 0 cents whatsoever. But for this exact reason, it's like, well, man, why have you been sitting here pushing this so hard for the last 30 minutes? This is why. Because you can't not do it if the big profit is here, because this happens every single time. And this will be down to its normal price within no time. Because some other schmuck will come behind, and they'll post it at 750, because that's where they think it should be. As if, oh, if I post it here, somebody's going to instantly buy it, which is just not the case. There's not a market for it. Like, the market that's there is the market that's there. It's not going to just create new buyers because you underprice something. Yeah, somebody might potentially be like, wow, that's cheap, I'm going to buy it. But more often than not, if it's somewhere near its normal price, like, nobody's going to try to reset that. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I think people struggle with, is understanding that it's first in, first out. If we were all in cahoots, we could all sit here and sell them at a much higher price, and it's just a matter of the last, first in, first out, that's the person who gets to sell. But we could all do exactly what I'm doing, and we would all net some sales, and we would all make good profit. But they somehow think that if they just drastically undercut from where it's currently sitting, that they're magically going to get the sales and other people aren't. And that's just not the case. Like, why do you have to cut at 30 gold? That just forces people to be even crazier and think that they need to jump up and sell at that price. Because they're like, oh crap, it's crashing. It's crashing, sell now. Which honestly is kind of what I'm doing, because I know somebody's going to do it, to where I need to push out the product now rather than wait for later to get as much of my profit back as possible. Because, I mean, that's the end goal. I want to make profit, not just sell an item. I'm trying to make as much profit as possible. So, yeah, long story short, I like the old auction house a lot better. I hear the crap people give me all the time about, like, well, things sell a lot faster. That's nice. I could care less, man. It's about your time, right? It's about valuing my time. I would rather something sell for more and sell slower, but it's still like a guaranteed sell, and I can go do other stuff. Potentially make other items to sell. Potentially doing that. Because in the old days, what I would do is I would go through, and I might do a cancel scan, repost all my stuff, have stuff made for multiple professions, post it all, and then I'd go and do other professions. And I would do other stuff like that for 30, 40 minutes. Then I'd come back and cancel scan. And I'd post everything, and then I'd go do other stuff. And then, like, I'd be making money while I went to go do other stuff, or making money while I made different stuff. I don't feel like I can do that right now. I feel like if I'm making gold, I'm focusing on 1 to 5 items maximum that I'm pushing to make profit. Because I don't have the ability to just, like, well, I make a little bit of everything before I post. Yeah, man, if you spend the time to do that, by the time you get back to it, markets have crashed. Markets have changed. Even just look at the Earthshine. It's changed from 1700 all the way down to 930 right now in, like, 30 minutes. Like, that's a dumb example. But you get the point, is I can't just look and be like, okay, there's some okay profits here. Let me go make all these enchants or something. You can't do that and then go to your blacksmith and go to your leatherworker and go to all this other stuff, send it over to your bank vault, and then sell it. By the time you do that, you've lost gold. More often than not. That's not always the case, but... Which is why I sit here and do stupid shit like this. Which is also why, if I'm going to do this, I much prefer to do it in prime time, because there's more buyers. With more buyers, I don't have to sit here as long, I don't have to force it as long. It's a little bit easier to get things to sell. That's why that is by far my preference when I'm trying to do something like this. Because right now, at 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday, that's not prime gamer time. Like, it's just not. So it's, yes, there's profits here, but it's a little bit slow. At least comparative to, like, a prime time, right? Which is why when anybody asks me, I kind of try to sell those points of why I do it my way, why I do it when I do it, because I'm trying to value my own time as much as possible. So, like, I'll sell in prime time, for okay profits, but, like, unless the profits are really good like they are now, like, I'm not normally selling outside of prime time. Because I'm trying to value my own time. Which is why I'll then go do Mythic Plus. I'll then go do, you know, something else, anything else, work on professions, whatever.
My wares were made with knowledge.
Because, yeah, these are, I'm getting, well, one, I have a decent amount of competition now. So I'm getting these to sell pretty slow. But these are much higher than what they normally go for. So it's like I need to push out as many as I can. Because as I'm not able to sell them, the market will come down. And then those profits won't be there anymore. So, unfortunately, I got to push the majority of these while I can. If I'm looking... Oh yeah, we've definitely made profit already. So everything I have left is just that much more profit. Basically, making profit through crafting and making profit in general right now is kind of a lot of work. I actually have to try a lot. I.e., if I'm going to put that much effort in, I'd rather do it in prime time where there's at least more sellers. Or buyers, excuse me. Because this is kind of mind-numbing. But I have to do it. If I would have just set these and walked away, I wouldn't have sold anything. And a couple people here have at least a few hundred a pop, so... Found that it may. Oh, I didn't read the comment before you said. I found that I make a bunch of gold that way, but I'm unhappier with my gaming experience. Yeah, dude, you're not wrong. That's kind of how I feel about it too. That's why most of the time, you know, my buddy, he makes profit like all day, all the time. He's making gold, but I have like there's a threshold which I can't tell you exactly where it's at for me, but there's a threshold on my, like, whether it's gold per hour or however you want to put it. But sometimes, yeah, it's too much effort. And I'm like, yep, even for this gold, I'm not going to put in the effort right now because it's just, you know, too much effort for the gold I'm going to get back. Which is why I don't have 200 million. It's why I only have, like, 17 million. Because I only want to put in so much effort. And then when there comes a point where the effort doesn't match up the gold I would expect, then I do other stuff. Which has been nice, that at least in this expansion this time around, I've been into Mythic Plus, I've been into doing other stuff, and that's something I'm thankful for, because usually, like, if the gold's not good, I'm not doing anything. And that can be pretty depressing. Because it's not my end game. It's something I enjoy, I like making gold, I like having gold, but luckily for me, if the gold's not here, if it's crappy, there is other stuff that I like to do. So, which is why, like, usually my first thing I do is usually cancel repost, get the couple items on the auction house that I just put up there and sit there like Zop Throttle or whatever. Do that kind of stuff. And then I immediately look into, okay, is there good gold to be made right now? So I look for those crafts and I look to see if it's worthwhile. If there is, like on this, you know, I'll sit down and I'll do it. you know. But I'll go through, and if it's not, then it's a matter of, okay, is there people around that I like to play with? No? Nobody's around? Alright, then I'll go work on my profession stuff. And then, if that's all done, then it turns to, you know, then I jump into Mythic Plus or whatever. So it's like I kind of have like a hierarchy of stuff in the game I like to do, and gold usually does come first for the most part. If there's good gold, that is. If there's good gold, I will be doing that the whole time. But if that's not there, man, go do something else. Don't force yourself to sit on the auction house if you don't want to, if it's not worth your time. That is a quick way to burn out.
Cancel Area 52.
Hmm?
We should just cancel Area 52.
Yeah, I know. You're not talking on mic? Oh. No, people in Area 52 suck.
No, we just cancel that whole server.
Morning, Vlad.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah, I've never made enough gold. I have a dream. My dream is to own a spectral tiger, so slowly but surely I'm working towards being able to afford one. That's what I want more than anything. And then right now I also like, because I've never been into PvE like ever until this expansion, is I'm trying to get KSM, and I'm trying to get KSM with my friends, right? I'm trying to get KSM with my friends, just chilling, playing relatively casual. At least, definitely casual on the PvE side of it, right? I'm not really a casual gold maker, but I'm definitely casual in PvE, so. So those are kind of two goals for the expansion. Obviously, I would like to be making more YouTube content, but I feel like that's so dry right now. I am just not a fan of making stupid videos. If I make a video, I want to at least think that it's worthwhile watching. And if I don't think it's worthwhile, then I really don't want to make it. I don't want to make videos about white transmog or videos about, I don't know, what else. What else are people making videos about right now that are dumb, in my opinion? I want something to share on the crafting side, and unfortunately, I just don't think there's anything right now. The only thing I can make a video about is, hey, keep up on your shit. Keep doing your profession, even if there's no gold in it. Keep doing the quests, keep getting those skill points. Monitor the market. Things change. Look at today. There was a reset on Earthshine scales. Boom, there's gold. It happened earlier in the week. Boom, there was gold. Whatever you have potential to make profit on, you need to keep an eye on it. If it's there, do it. If it's not, go do something else. Like, that's really the gist of it. Fuck farming mats, by the way. No, thank you. You can farm the mats that I use to make gold, okay? Because at the end of the day, I'm still making more gold per hour than you are farming. Guaranteed. And that's the other thing is, like, even if I did farm, it wouldn't be until much later in the expansion when things are really dry. I get so tilted every single time I pick like a Hawk and Bloom or something. Because I just think of the gold per hour and I shudder.
I used to love farming. That's exactly what I used to do. Netflix and chill and farm. It's just like not a thing anymore. It sucks.
It is. It's just
It's just
Right
ability.
now, I can get good gold doing other things. So why would I? Why would I do that when I can make more
What,
gold doing other stuff?
you don't like 10k gold per hour?
Luckily, it can still be a lot more than that, but it's still not. My bad hours are still like 100k.
Do you seek knowledge?
I'm just picky and choosy when I make gold, basically. And then I have little things like combatant gear or something that I throw up to make consistent gold. If obviously if it's worth crafting. Sometimes it's not and I don't craft it, right? Or zap throttles or the chrono weave and azure weave, like those are all my consistent make some gold over the week stuff. I always look for big gold with whatever I can currently make. And if it's not there, I go do something else that's more valuable in my time. Now, if all you care about is gold, then sure, that's when you can go out and gather or something. But I happen to like other stuff, so I go do that other stuff. Or I work on professions, because 13 characters, all with professions, yeah, it takes me the whole week to basically catch up and get everything done. And usually I'm half-assing it, not getting everything done either. I'm getting, like, the meat and potatoes of it done. Or, you know, I'm getting it done on the characters that matter the most to me. The professions that matter the most to me, that I'm making gold on, I'm definitely keeping up on those. And everything else I'm just letting kind of half-assing it, but I'm at least making some progress on them. It's kind of how I'm handling it. Very much. Yeah, Slazer, most everything you say, I'm very much agree with you. There's a time there in Shadowlands that farming was actually pretty good. Then the region-wide happened. Luckily, everything we have now is profit. Still would like to get a little bit more of it out. But it's starting to dry up my cells, so I might... Getting a little bit harder to actually sell something, so I might stop pushing these for a bit. We'll see. I'm on full pop too. Sir. I used to make gold mostly through like consumables or things like that, you know, where I would notice big profits like alchemy or whatever, and then I'd make gold that way. Yeah, pretty much. Like the prices were always not great. Ah, there's a lot of competition on this right now. I'll cancel and do like one more round. Sell what I can. And then I think I'll just move on. I'm also getting I've been doing this for like maybe almost an hour? I don't know. I don't know how long I've been doing this.
Been at least an hour. Did one round of it, like a little bit.
And I've made...
want to combat you too much.
I mean, if I stop, you can sit here and do that and make gold. You need gold more than I do.
I know. Hard. I don't want to like sit here and go against you.
Come see me again. We will not repeat.
Sold a few of them at the 5,000. Now they're at like 35.
$35 is still very high.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's
They're selling fast.
actually a very, very good profit. I just want the majority of these to sell at this increased price. Hopefully. Get at least another stack or two to sell.
Jackass put these up here for 400 gold apiece.
Yeah, there's people going through and resetting the market on a lot of things. Is that Tuss?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'll put all mine up then. See if any of them sell. It'll be funny. Yeah, there's definitely some.
I mean, there was only like 30 of them on the auction house earlier, and I bought them.
You didn't just reset the price yourself? That's what I did with Earthshine, because there was
I
only
did
like
them.
180k worth on the auction house. I bought it all out and reset the price. That's why these prices are where they are. Granted, they've dropped because of other douches, but
How do you get those?
what? These are crafted, but if you haven't kept up on your stuff, you might not be able to make gold like I can. I can force these T3, basically. Well, at like 80%.
Tusk.
No, you get them from killing mastodons, like the mammoths or whatever.
Farmers on my hunter.
We're gonna sell a little bit more and then we'll go do something else, I think. We definitely made a couple 100,000 profit. That's good. I don't usually do that on a Saturday morning, so I will. And there's more profit to be had too. I just don't want to sit here. I mean, I don't want to just do this, right? I want to do other stuff. I sold a lot of them. one more cancel scan cell, and then I'll just sit on what I have.
Thank you for sharing.
Alright. I am tired of selling those. Still can't make crafting orders, huh? God, that sucks. These are 2K, man. I want to make them. Can't. 4 more hours. Rip. Rip getting any gold. Alright. What's the plan? Looks like my zap throttles might have sold. The date I need to remake them. Because profit's profit.
Our flight has much to offer.
Yeah, looks like they both sold. Cool.
Scattered so long. Thank you for sharing.
It's like all this character's done to make its gold. Selling zap throttles the whole expansion. I think I can make the scopes too.
Repeat our history.
I mean, technically I can make the scope and... Let's see what these are looking like. Yeah, this shows me a really good profit. I need better tools and everything too. Probably should get those made. Which crap do I have? I have enough. That's good profit. I probably should try it, huh? Let's see, what do I need? Wonder if this is assuming I'm using all quality 3 ingredients or not. Let's see. What's a safe amount of these to make? Like 20 of them, maybe? It's 25. How about 25?
Come see me again.
I think I'm good. Hey, Zephyr was sold immediately. Yeah, it's nice. Let's see what making 25 of these does. I'm really bad. I didn't even buy the essence thing, the sagacious incense. What's up? Got a pretty big run there on tier 2s, but that's fine.
My wares were made with knowledge.
See, these actually sell quicker. There's a lot of legit competition on these. Check it out as I can. I obviously need to go get my tool and stuff upgraded on this and do things correctly. Meh. I'm just gonna post these and move on.
Thank you for sharing.
Looks like somebody needs something crafted. I'm gonna whisper him real quick because I can craft what he needs. Looks like he needs a ring-bound hourglass made, so let me switch over real quick. I'd love to potentially make one of these lariats, but not that one. That one, though. But I can't for 4 more hours. Can't remember what that guy's name was. There we go. Nice, 5K. Thanks. I'll very much create this for you.
Our flight has much to offer. Come see me again.
All right. What do?
Hard to keep a straight face when I'm burning like fire, and you are cold as ice. I'm drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. It's hard to keep smiling
I need the coat thing made on this.
Looking to buy? Farewell.
Do you seek knowledge?
You make me weak. You're the one I seek. And I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could,
Oh, market's been reset on that.
and I would. Come out your heart. Come out your heart. And I reincarnate. And I reincarnate. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door. Trying to open. I tell you love you more, and you say it's broken.
I think I'm gonna do a multi-craft one, since this just makes cloth mostly anyway. A lot of characters I need to go through and get their tools made.
You are in for a treat.
I think I just want to do it public because I'm lazy.
I hope to see you again soon.
Alright. Folks, I do think I'm going to stop the stream there because I am hungry. It's that time of day. I want to go AFK for a little bit and get some food and whatnot. Overall, I didn't make a video this week because of, about just what I did this week, even though I probably should have. This isn't going to show very good stats, is it? No. Well, I guess it kind of does. Like, yeah, I came into the week at like 15-1 because of some issues and some expenditures I was buying into things. And then end of the week, after we get our gold back, I'll be at like 16.7, 16.8. Somewhere around 16.8 when my sales come in. So I mean, like, I made a good 1.5 million gold this week. You know, just paying attention to the market and selling what's going well. I haven't made good gold in a few weeks, so it was nice to make some good gold. So we'll be probably over 17 million by the end of the week, which is pretty nice. Yeah, that's about all that's going on. Gold's going good. Now I got to do Mythic Plus and do some other stuff. And I really got to consider what sort of videos to make, because honestly, I don't know what can help everybody out. So if you guys have some ideas of some good videos, of things that you would like to see, just information on, or whatever the case may be, absolutely hit me up. Give me some ideas of something to make that is helpful to you guys. I really don't want to make bullshit gold making videos. I'm really trying to only make things that I think my expertise or my knowledge or whatever is actually helpful, which is why you don't see a flood of videos every day of stupid gold making methods. So anyway, it's very long-winded, but I'm gonna head out, go get some food, go take some more Dayquil because I'm kind of feeling crappy. And yeah, with that, guys, I will see you guys all in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Oh, hey, somebody filled my order. Let's grab that real quick. Is it good quality, maybe? Almost. It's 4, right? Oh, no, it is 5. Heck yeah. Let's go. Somebody actually made it max. That's good. Oh, hi, Bridget. But anyway, thank you guys all, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Have a good day.